Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Legacy stream. Right now we're going to be playing some Esper Vial. If you are familiar with the channel, you have seen this deck because I played it and I tried out for the first time, I want to say 2 weeks ago maybe? And I had a ton of fun. This deck is built around, of course, the card Esper Vial obviously, and it works with a little bit of a toolbox. Enabled basically thanks to Recruiter of the Guard. So you use Recruiter to get a bunch of your... basically you can do any one of these creatures. Peacekeeper to prevent people from attacking, to lock people out. Palace Jailer, it gives you the Monarch, so you can get some value here. You can also answer problematic permanents as well. Venser to like remand stuff, or like you can actually return permanents to hand. Flicker Whips, which can blink any of this. All of these cards have a very interesting ETB effects. Spellseeker, you can search out for one of our instants, so Brainstorm, Source of Plowshares, or Unearth. Plague Engineer, Soul Herder to get even more value, and the card that we're trying out today is Baron Tolarian Archmage. This is a brand new card from M21, and it's a 3-mana 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, return one target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. So it bounces not only creatures but also planeswalkers, which is pretty sweet. And then it's basically like a better mana war. And then at the beginning of your end step, if a permanent was put into your hand from battlefield, this turn, draw a card. This means that we can use Baron to save, with Aether Valley, we can save our own creatures. And we even get value, we get card advantage that way. Also, we can just like, balance our own creatures for value to trigger them yet again. So like it's pretty sick. And I think it's going to be pretty good here. And my dream is going to be to bounce my own Gilded Drake. Because the idea is you play Drake, you exchange, you steal one of your opponent's creatures, and then you Baron bounce Gilded Drake. It comes back to your hand. You have the Gilded Drake again in hand, and now you also get access to. You can, if you do that on your turn, you can actually draw a card, which is pretty sick. So yeah, a lot of little synergies going on everywhere. Forces, of course, against the combo decks and stuff. Meddling Mage for combo decks as well. Charming Prince as another form of Flicker Wisp, and then Baleful Strix as a way to draw cards, and it's just a really good card. In the cyber we have some interesting things. I kind of copied this list from Maxtortion on Twitter. He has been playing the deck for a while, and this is the list that he posted when he first saw this card. So I started there, and then I made some changes. The list that we played last time was playing main deck Wastelands, and this one just doesn't play any Wastelands at all, but it plays 20 lands instead of 21. So we're gonna see how that works out. Then we also have like Forces in the Cyber. We're also trying out Eliminate, which is hopefully gonna be a good card against Oko and stuff, and we can get it with Spellseeker, which is pretty cool because this is converted when it costs 2 or less, so works out very, very nicely. Next Stratifier in the sideboard, Plague Engineer, Surgical again for combo, and Earth against decks where that is good at. And then we have some cool cards here in Council's Judgment, Act of Authority. This is a card that was pretty impressive against like the mono-red prison style decks and stuff like that. I was actually pretty impressed by this card. Sevin's Reclamation, another way to get value in the grinding matchups. Remorseful Cleric against graveyard decks, and Etherworn Canonist against combo. Without further ado, sorry about that. So your video running Emrakul Force 10 and Fierce Empath. Do you think that is where you want Titan to be, or do you feel like Warbreaker was better? Or were you thinking that Titan should? I mean, it's just one card, right? I actually cast Warbreaker once, and it was pretty cool. I think that happened on stream, if I'm not mistaken. It might have happened off stream. And I cast Emrakul 0 times total, so I legit don't know, Brian. In the past, Emrakul was a little bit more impactful, historically speaking, because I did also try Worldbreaker back in the day as well. And that's why they are sideboard cards, right? And Emrakul was there mostly for the either Tron style matchups, or for the combo matchups. For the combo matchups and the control matchups, I meant. Against some combo decks, Emrakul was okay. It was kind of medium, but like it was okay. Like against Scapeshift, you could bring it in, and if you got to cast it, it was pretty much game over. But if you get to cast your Titan, it is also pretty often game over as well. So definitely Definitely interesting. But yeah, it's a little bit of everything. Turn 1 Vial, living the dream. I think I'm actually going to Tundra on one. It doesn't play around Wasteland, but I think it's fine because it enables me to brainstorm on 2 and then fetch and shuffle. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. When it moves to 5 is always tempted to put a second Caracas in this type of decks. It's too much of a cost though. Like Caracas, just by definition, it's kind of an awful card. Windsweep Heath. Just curious, so you might know the Empath is a newer card for the deck and essentially Titan 9 through 10. But I just love the card. It seems sweet in the deck. Just trying to figure out more bombs to put into the deck. Maybe Hornet Queen. I don't think Hornet Queen is playable. We literally don't care about this card at all, right? I think I'm just gonna pass here. I still don't know what I want to name with Meddling Mage. Probably Knight of the Reliquary, but we can always force it if we need to. And this enables me, we're going to be taking 3 here, that's fine. But this enables me like 1 turn when my opponent doesn't really do something too impactful, and then we can start accruing value. All right, there's the card that we were waiting for. Okay, so we drew a Plow. So my opponent has 2 cards left in hand. I think I want to shuffle this and this away. We're just gonna Plow this Knight. What about naming Plow? We want to cast our own Plows, so no, naming Plow doesn't work too well, unfortunately. Tempted to name Greensun Zenith. I mean, there are options. It's just I'm not sure whether they are good options, if you know what I'm saying. Charming Prince. I think now we name. I guess that we'd rather hold up Force of Will. Never mind. So I think I'm just going to Charming Prince, Blink the Baleful Strix. Just gonna take 3 again here. Plague Engineer? No. No. Can't block, unfortunately. This, exile another creature. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna start to see the deck kind of fire on all cylinders. We've not been drawing too well, but it's fine. Let's think. So we can start chaining recruiters. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for Soul Herder, which is gonna give us the most value here. No, I don't think this is we need to get Jailer yet. We can get Jailer later. Here we're just getting like infinite value. I'm gonna get, I guess, another recruiter. We can start chaining, we can start getting more value. It's just, if we get Jailer, we like answer this, but like we're not even sure we want to answer this. And then there's also this potential issue. So now we're gonna be able to double block. I guess we could also triple block the Hound if we wanted to. I'm still not sure whether we care too much about this. Here's upkeep that player chooses target player whose graveyard has fewer cards in it than their graveyard does. And is their opponent there? The player may return a creature from the graveyard to their hand. Okay. So they can start getting some value. How can I stop that value train? Let me... Esper Vial. So the player that has the most amount of cards in their graveyard gets value. Is that what it does? Just a star player whose graveyard has... Okay, so they're gonna get value here, actually. So this one, I'm gonna say yes, actually. Because we can get Venser. This one will also say yes. We can use Venser to bounce this. So much value. This is too much value, chat. I can't even. So I think we're gonna blink the Venser. I'm gonna bounce the Mum. Just like that, slowly but surely we start, slowly but surely we start accruing a little bit too much value and they lose. All right, Plague Engineer looks very good. Eliminate looks pretty good too. Gilded Drake looks like the nuts in this matchup. Judgment. Tiff is kind of interesting. Melee-Mage seems awful. Unearth is potentially good. Peacekeeper is potentially good. This deck is so good but so complicated. Yeah, but this is the kind of deck that really excites me to play. So it does fit my playstyle pretty nicely, which is why I like it. Solar Rush, thank you for the follow. What happened to Modern? I stream Modern every day, but Wednesdays. In fact, sometimes I also stream Modern on Wednesdays. But today we're streaming Legacy instead. Causes Judgment. I really don't like the Peacekeeper, but we probably have to keep it in our deck. Been out a while. I mean, it's still Modern, right? It is what it is. I think it's in a fine spot, honestly. This hand is not great, but we have a Brainstorm, so it's fine. Also, my opponent mulliganed. Hello there. Turn 2, Scry, turn 3. Thespian stage. Alright. It's not at my locals anymore. Shifted Pioneer. Oh, I'm sorry that happened. It's a really sad thing. If I have to be honest with you, I am still not 100% sure I understand how that card works. That's okay, I guess. I'm still not 100% sure how this card works. Also, we cannot actually get Gilded Drake with this, which is brutal. Target player whose graveyard has fewer cards in it than the graveyard does and is their opponent. First player. Alright, so they Shriekmaw here. But now they have the same amount of cards. So nothing changes. So they're not gonna get back the Shriekmaw because they don't have more cards in the graveyard than I do. They have the same. I think that the way things are going, I'm gonna get a Palace Jailer here. The wording is so ridiculously confusing. I feel like I understand how it works now that I've read it like 5 times. It's like at the beginning of each player at the beginning of the upkeep, if they have like an X amount of creatures, blah blah, you know. But like the wording is so awful. I think we're just gonna start drawing 2 cards a turn. We might get got by Dread Arbor, but we can just Soul Herder anyway, so it's kind of the same. Yeah, it's fine. They still have not gotten value from this card. This card, 2 games have gone by, and this card has done absolutely nothing. Sure. Do you want to blow up your own oath? They can sack it to blow up their own oath if they want to. It's pretty funny. So I think we're going to spend this turn to just brainstorm some of these cards away. Whatever my opponent is doing over there does not look very powerful. My opponent is playing a commander deck. It kind of looks like that, honestly. Sure, you get my vial. Alright, end step, brainstorm. Woof. It's pretty bad. We can draw a card by bouncing our own Soul Herder, which is pretty ridiculous. Just gonna name human here. I mean, we're chilling. We're just drawing 2 cards a turn. It's kind of whatever. They can wasteland me if they want to. We're not drawing well. We're definitely not drawing well. Kind of doesn't matter too much, but we're definitely not drawing well. Okay, now they're gonna start getting value. Soul Herder, okay. They're gonna get like Shriekmaw. Can't kill anything. Gonna hardcast a Shriekmaw, is that the line? Is that the line? Hardcast Shriekmaw? Jeez. Okay. I mean, now they got the value engine going. That has 1 vote. Okay. They do have the value engine going, so they're gonna get to start drawing cards, I guess. Something good? The Fairy. That certainly qualifies as something good. GTFO. An artifact, non-black, blue, black. There's two reasons why they can't kill this card, which is hilarious. Now the 2-drop. That's a lot better than another 2-drop. Sweet. What does that enchantment do? Basically what it does is, as long as you have... Like, as long as my opponent has more creatures in their graveyard than I do, at the beginning of each one of their upkeeps, they get to return a card to their hand. Sup. Putting together the combo over here. What can we go get? Meddling Mage named Shriekhorn. That is hilarious. Did we side out of the Meddling Mages? Yeah, we did. Brutal. Just go get Venser, I guess. 2, 3. Recruiter, yes, for Venser. Planes. Oh, whoops. Punt. Alright, my punt is done. And rightfully so. That was interesting. That did not look very good from my opponent. I remember Douglas actually, who is Douglas is an Australian streamer who is the owner of greensandzenith.com, and he talked about that in one of his articles. I think he talked about that list, but it did not look well. It did not look good at all right there. I imagine you want that. I mean, it's really hard to play that card as a main deck card, I imagine. That is a cyber card. Like, I can imagine that card taking over in like a control mirror or something, right? Against a control deck, not a control mirror, of course. Or like a mid-range mirror. but you can't just play that card and expect it's gonna be good against everything. Just gonna bottom this Sword Splashers. Am I punished? I am punished. Damn it. Plow. Damn it. Alright, so we could be playing against the enchantments deck, which is pretty effing wild. Probably gonna take the Brainstorm, I would imagine, here. I could have Brainstorm, try to hide my cards. I don't think my cards are that good. So I'd rather hold the Brainstorm until I get more value from it. Or like if my opponent is going to sack this dude somehow, we get to Brainstorm and a free shuffle. So that's why I didn't do anything there. A lot of Nic Fit today. So what we played against earlier was Maverick. This is Nic Fit. Vial would be a great draw. Scrabblin is not. And I think we kind of have to play around. We kind of have to play around Cabal Therapy here. Because if I go for the Strix and they therapy me, they take my Brainstorm, they just destroy me completely. So I can just Brainstorm and hide my cards, basically. Yeah. It sucks because like we are super screwed here. But I'd rather have lands in my hand and then we can draw another Brainstorm and we can get value from that than just have nothing. Probably gonna name Strix here. Force of Will. Okay. Flashback, naming Baron. Pretty rough. But it's okay. Didn't we play Nic Fit in the D&T League? No, we played against Elves in the D&T League. Then we played against a bunch of graveyard decks and stuff like that. And goblins. And something else that I'm not remembering. Alright, that's a problem. Okay. We don't have a plow, unfortunately, so we are gonna have to counter the old lady. This deck looks fun, honestly. This deck looks fun. that's fine. Wow. That is a lot of lands. Like a lot of lands. Gross. Yeah, this hand is definitely not working out, folks. In case you were wondering. Yeah, so they can't combo this turn, but they're gonna be able to do their little combo thingy next turn. Recruiter doesn't even do it. I think I have to draw exactly... They still need a land to do the combo thing, so I think I need to draw exactly Palace Jailer, because this makes it so Recruiter is not a good draw, because they're gonna get to sack the thing before we get priority again. Sack again here to make mana. Also, I think they misclick the previous time around and they didn't get their basics. Yep. I think they misclicked. This is pretty tough. It's pretty tough. So my opponent seems new to the interface because they're taking their time. I'm gonna get another Fire Action Tower. That's really funny. I mean, it's probably correct because they don't want to give me the window to interact there. Big Eugene. They can probably safely pack it in here. That's really funny though. Okay, so Act of Authority sounds solid. Council Judgment also solid. Surgical and Remorseful Cleric, actually both of these stop the Rector effects. Engineer can go. I think I have to keep the Plows. Meddling Mage is potentially pretty sick. 3 Fairy is interesting. Peacekeeper can go. Shave 1 Plow. The Fairy looks pretty good too, to balance like in big expensive enchantments and stuff. Let's do something like this. Oh, an Earth can go. Maybe I should have Force of Negation. I don't think so, though. Don't think I'm interested in Force of Negation. Okay. Bojukabog. Okay, sounds good. Okay, I feel like I kind of want to give myself the option to bring that, to put that back into the deck. So I'm going to get it Tundra and Scrubland here. Spellseeker. Okay, it's interesting. Okay. So we're gonna Spellseeker for Surgical Extraction. Surgical. So now my opponent's gonna need a discard spell on top of the combo that they need. Field of the Dead. They're playing Field of the Dead too. Oh wow. With their double snow-covered forest, basically. Soul Herder. Oops. White, blue. So we're trying to draw into a force or something here. Those are probably my best draws. Not those. Their mana is a total mess. Sure. Their mana is an absolute disaster. I have to Living Wish for like a Scrubland or something. That'll be funny. Okay, so we're gonna name our Arena Rector. Oops. No, that's fine. Blue, white, Arena Rector. Blink. One, two, three. Okay, so now we can Recruiter for Venser, and that should probably lock it up. We have not been able to find the stupid Force of Will, though. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your life for a curse, and that doesn't have the same name as a curse attached to the player. Put it into the battlefield attached to that player, then shuffle your library. That's... So, I think I'm gonna brainstorm in response so I can have some information here, but I think even if I find the Force, I'm not gonna counter this. 2, 3. Recruiter off the guard. So I can get Flicker Wisp, Wisp, Blinks, Recruiter. Recruiter comes back, then Soul Herder, Blinks, Wisp, Wisp, targets Curse of Misfortunes. Seems pretty solid. And this allows me to have basically 3 mana here. I guess I'd rather draw a card instead of using Recruiter. Blinks, Flicker Wisp. Draw a card. Okay, that's game. Wisp that. And I don't really care if it's in play because it doesn't really matter. They don't get the effect. This deck is so tight. I love it. Jorge Mage, thank you for the follow. This deck is so tight. So many lines all the time. I doubt they can play more than a single spell here. Something that Deluge doesn't even do it because Soul Herder is a 5/5, so. Nope. I guess I should have surgical the Heath to gather information there, because it doesn't matter whether this resolves or not. Like, that's game. It's not like they have green mana for a Veil, unless they play an Elvish Spirit Guide, which I'm not gonna bank on. That's cool. I really like this deck. It's a lot of fun. Man, I had a lot of viewers and they left when I took the when I took the break. It's brutal out there. It's brutal out there. I guess I keep. Why did I keep this hand? It's not a good keep. Like, I'm playing against the Cabal Therapy deck. That was a mistake. Should not have kept this hand. Savannah. Entered the revealed cards zone. Yeah, we're gonna get destroyed here. I guess they're gonna need multiple discard spells now. But if they have Thoughtseize into Therapy, we're super dead here. Also, I just realized we drew 2 of her basics, which is kind of brutal. Please play an aura. Please play like a big, powerful aura of sorts. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a funny art. That's pretty hilarious. All right, Venser off the top would be pretty great. Man, recurrent turn 2 recurring abrupt decay is gonna be pretty tough to beat. Charming Prince. Okay. Another Tundra here. Actually, Underground Sea. Okay, so now we can actually clock the thing. So that's not bad. That's not bad. We also drew a 4, so potentially the next problematic thing that our opponent presents. Oh, okay. That's pretty dope. We're definitely gonna have to start going after that. Draska. Living Wish is fine. Probably gonna get a Rector here. So I'd rather counter the Rector. Yep. We don't care about the Academy Rector too much though. Field is a little bit of a potential issue. They must be thinking about what they are supposed to do with Nebraska. It's very much non-clear. It's possible that they should go after the Charming Prince. It's definitely not for sure though. They could also plus. If they plus, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with both, and then I'm going to Teferi minus on my Charming Prince. That gives me a lot of flexibility in terms of what I do. I guess it depends on what I draw to. Okay, just end up going with the plus. Sacrificing the Phyrexia Tower. Okay. It's not a good draw. Fairy. Attacking the Vraska here. I think. Returning Strix. It's not very good. We're flooding a little bit too much here. All right, this is business next turn. So unless something very, very broken happens here. Oof. So you're gonna have to sack this. get a white source, then they can Vraska. Also, having drawn on my stupid basics and not being able to get value from an Explorer doesn't help. This is kind of a combo there. Okay. So whatever they get, we can just act of authority. So I'm not too afraid of that. Unless they top deck exactly Thoughtseize off of the Vraska. Is this the second match of the league? Jeez. Sure. Up almost 9 minutes. Yeah, I noticed that too. It tends to be that way very often. I tend to play rather quickly, but yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. So I can Recruiter for... I think I have Recruiter for another Recruiter here. And on my end step, I am going to get Nebraska with the Wisp. So we can answer it on my next turn. We have twice as much clock time than my opponent. ¿Estás tomando? Me falta... Sí, está jugando muy lento la gente con la que me tocó hoy. Alright, it's a Sombo. That's it. Okay, so we actually have to choose a target here, and then we have to choose no. Wait. Awkward. No. Meddling Mage. Get Soul Herder here. And then Soul Herder can go get Venser. Because we can't really beat a new game, so have to be prepared for Eugene shenanigans. Okay, so they can field again. That's fine. We just trade with the zombies. If we have to. Vraska can minus on the Soul Herder if they want to. If they do that, that's fine. Cavern of Souls. I'm really afraid of a Nugin or something of that sort. All right, here we go. Actually, Academy Rector, I think it's fine. They can get the thing that makes everything into one once. Omniscience. Do they just have Emrakul? Creatures enchanted player controls lose all abilities and have base power. Activate abilities that are mana abilities loyalty. Okay. This is fine. So we Venser in response. And we bounce the Act of Authority. They should have destroyed this. I guess they have exactly one draw step, so if they draw into exactly Eugene, we might be in trouble. Jeez, what a game. Gonna sack a zombie, maybe? Second land. No attacks. Okay. Exile Overwhelming Splendor. So now my dudes do stuff now. So Name melee, play melee mage, name arena Rector. I'm gonna play melee mage, name Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Just don't want them drawing cards. I guess I should attack them if I was going to do this. I am just I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. My opponent just refuses to quit over there. Yes! We got there! Oh my god. They would not quit. Jeez. Act of Authority has actually been very impressive in my experience. The fact that it comes into play and it's not like Oblivion Ring where you exile the thing until for as long as this remains in play. This actually comes into play and exiles something. So what happened right there was actually key, right? I bounced my own thing, then I replayed and I was able to exile something else. So I have been pretty impressed with Act of Authority actually from in this deck specifically. And worst case scenario, it's just it's kind of a 2-for-1. Like you exile something, then you exile something on your upkeep, and then your opponent gains control of this, and they exile, I don't know, your vial or whatever. Alright, this is not a keep, unfortunately. This is also not a keep. I actually have not been able to cast this guy so far, right? I think I've cast this guy 0 times so far. Alright, here we go. Gonna bottom this and these. Well, I guess I don't want F6 actually, because if my opponent forces this, I might have to force back. If we're playing against the combo deck though, this is a pretty sick hand against the combo deck. So, show and tell? It has to be show and tell. It has to be sneak. What other deck plays basic island and basic mountain? They could be blue-red Delver. I don't think that blue-red Delver would ever keep a hand. Never mind, I guess it is that. StifleNaught. I was definitely not considering StifleNaught when I flushed this in. You've got me, opponent. You've got me. The good thing is, like, we're a Flaker Wisp away from time walking my opponent. So if we draw like a Wisp here, we are in really good shape. Imagine being this good. Imagine being this good. Got him. Good stuff. I think I'm gonna keep both of this on 3 and 2 for now until I have more information. So this Mishra's Factory actually pump itself. So this significantly slows down my attack force, because now I can only attack with this thing, because this would be chump attacking into the Mishra's Factory. That's really funny though. Prismatic Vista. If we draw something, well, I guess that they have Stifle, so it's not even that good. We need to play around that. We draw undergrounds. Found the blue source, chat. Found the blue source. Found the blue source. So we know that one of their cards in hand is an island. I don't think they have... No, they haven't Brainstorm. So I think I'm going to Brainstorm on their end step. We have so many triggers though, so it's kind of awkward. Like Stifle is just going to be very good against us no matter what. Second factory. Oh my. Brutal. Well, I guess I'm gonna attempt to shuffle. The little wisp that could. The little wisp that could. Holy crap. I'm afraid. Manifest a card from your hand. Okay. Just stab it. Make infinite dudes, infinite tutus. It's pretty good. So now we have lethal. Under Spovierk MTG, thank you for the follow. I can't believe we got there. This is kind of insane. How much did we move to 4? I think we moved to 4. And then we played Meddling Mage, naming a card that was not in my opponent's deck. And we won the game on turn 9. Because of a silly Flicker Wisp top deck. That is so amazing. That is so awesome. Alright, let's eliminate. Fairy sounds pretty sick. Kill the Drake sounds pretty nice. And I think that's it. Peacekeeper could be necessary. Unearth. Melee Mage, usually not great against the Lightning Bolt decks. Plague Engineer, could probably go to. I think I like this. Yeah. I'm 0-2 in the league. Should I drop? So Ursa, usually I don't drop. I basically never drop. You're always playing for something, unless you're 0-4. If you're 0-4, just drop, yeah, of course. But I think you're always just playing for something. If anything, you're playing for 50 PPs. So like, how much do you value your time versus how much do you value those 50 PPs, which are basically $5. So I lost to 2 Amulet players. Then you should drop, yeah. But yeah, I have 0-2 into 3-2 many times, so. I don't. You know me, Ursa. I leave no value on the table, you know what I'm saying? And dropping it and at 0-2 is leaving value on the table. Going to 3 means you have a free league. Yeah, exactly. It is $5, right? It's not the end of the world, but if you are like one of those folks that only value like getting 5-0s and stuff like that, then you should drop. But because it's more like time, it's more time efficient, but it's not value efficient. I'll play it out. I usually go 3-2. Yeah, I mean, again, Ursa, if you like the deck that you're playing, usually the times that I drop is because I'm trying something and I'm not clicking with the deck or something like that, and I'm just like, I'm just done. So usually those are the times where I just 0-2 drop. But if I'm having fun and I'm playing a deck and I'm losing, like losing just happens. Just a matter of how much do you value your time versus how much do you value, well, the value that you're leaving on the table. This is going to be brutal if they have Stifle on 1. I think we have to go for it though. Gross. The upside is just too high if they don't have it, because like I actually start to get my engine going. Well, I think we're done here. How do I feel about the new Prestige avatar? I have no idea what that is. Oh, did I get one? Did I get one? It's not it, right? Because of being in the Legacy Showcase qualifier? I think I was supposed to get one for that. That was never delivered, basically. Alright, definitely good to know that they have true name, because now I'm gonna like the fact that they have Delvers and true name engineers, so when you're coming back, the other drakes are gonna leave. I don't see any new avatars though. A really long time ago, like a year ago or something, when I was just starting to stream, one time I actually went on Twitter and I asked Magic Online if they were ever going to do a primetime avatar, and they told me that they might. And they never did. Narset, Vivian, and Luca. I did see a Luca there. I did see a Luca over here. Is that the one? It's not the one. I thought I saw a Luca there. That one? That was kind of cool. Bars. I could see updating my Narset avatar, my Vivian avatar here. Force me, bro. Nice. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm chilling. Land? Sad face. Brutal. I think I'm gonna upkeep. In response to the trigger, I'm going to activate, see what my opponent does. They might stifle it. They don't. Okay, so I'm going to scry 2. Okay. Ugh, these are ugly lands. So put this on top, put this on top. I'm gonna bring this up to 3 here. They might just not have stifle. But I'm gonna still play around it. Even though the plains is really bad, I still think we should keep it. It's still a land. 4 mana for a Chandra. Okay, sure. Like to draw one more land. No. Can get dazed here, that's fine. Huh. On my end step. Flashing Wisp. Vindicate for the turn. Then we get to attack it. Very kind of me to wait for you. Thank you, Stabs. Thank you for the cheer. You know I'll wait for you forever, right? I will never ever not wait for you. Sure. A random Pyroblast is random. Nope. Let's draw first. Oof, that's pretty good. So let's start there. That just resolved? Snap resolved, huh? So we're going to plus. Swing at them. Going to get Soul Herder. We're gonna blink Soul Herder, blink Wisp on end step. Get rid of Chandra again. All right, all right. So they're gonna need another Pyroblast here. Because as long as this Teferi is alive, they can't even cast their StifleNaughts and stuff. Just did nothing. They just did nothing. Okay. I'm into it. I'm into it. This is gonna go up to 4. Yes. Thank you for the follow. BW Banks. Thank you for the follow. So we're trading this for one of the others. For one of the lands, I mean. But we get to answer the Chandra for good here. Or my opponent has just given up now. Wait, what? Did I misclick there? I totally misclicked. Damn it. I totally misclicked. That's brutal. I thought I had attacked both of these to the Chandra. Well, whatever. Gonna go with Venser now. I think we kind of got this. Unless something really bad happens. Because I let my opponent tap with this Chandra because I misclicked. Mind me asking, why not keep Vial on 3? We only have 2 4-drops in the deck. Yes, but those are the ones that I wanted to cast on that very turn. Like I was planning to attack with all 3 creatures at the Chandra. Then if my opponent blocks, if they activate the one of the factories, I get to Jailer it in response. Then we get to draw 2, all the nonsense. So that's why I did that. But since I misclicked, I thought that I had pointed this at the Chandra, but I guess I hadn't. And since I made that mistake, now we're going to be doing some Venser thingies, which is fine. Also grows the Soul Herder for value. Yeah, we're just done here. I don't think my opponent can win anymore now. Maybe they have a sweeper? If we attack with everything, we can pull out. They gain 3 up to 4. And then they take 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I guess this is lethal. Unless I am miscounting. I think I'm not miscounting. The fact that we have the Teferi here means that there's nothing they can have, I don't think. They should tab itself to bump itself so they can get more life. It still doesn't matter. I think I did the math and I have lethal either way. Also, the Soul to Pleasure grows the Soul Herder. So this is still lethal. Boop. All right. I have no real explanation, folks. I just keep winning with this deck. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Because it's pretty profitable for me. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I would definitely like to play some quick matches here, because I'm starting to get tired I've been live for 6 hours and 5 minutes. It's a long time. This deck is so cool. This deck is so cool. I wonder who figured it out. There's very few black cards too. I imagine that Strix is a very core part of the strategy. I could see trying out splashing some other colors with like Ice Fang and stuff. Bant Vial. Alright, into it. I guess Plague Engineer is kind of a big part. You never play a league with Reanimators that come up from the grave. Nah, Reanimator is not my style of deck. Not my style of deck, unfortunately. Or fortunately, however you want to see it. Depths, probably. That's what I would imagine. That's what's up. Brainstorm. I think Brainstorm's good. Oh, come on. This deck again? For 1 minute off. Damn it. So they're gonna get to untap and combo off. I needed to draw. A Plow, a land for Spellseeker. So what can I do? We can Recruiter for 2. Recruiter for 2. We can Strix into Plow. That's the line. It's literally or only out here. Because then like Ugin resolves and there's nothing that we can do. So that's not it. Alright. I don't think I can beat a resolve Ugin though. Alright, so same deck that we played against before. We want this, we want this. We want this, the surgical. We want this, and that's it. Peacekeeper, Plague Engineer, Fencer, these are good. These are good. We cut a couple of, cut the Unearth. We cut Plow. I think that's what we did earlier. It's rough. I think it's a keep. Our opponent is not really playing Wasteland, so have an answer to one of their thingies. I imagine they have a Cabal Therapy and they're looking through like deck lists or looking up the stream or something. Yeah. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. All right. Thank you for the follow. Unesp. Unesp. Thank you for the follow there. Oh, they immediately made so they were not looking for the stream. I guess I should have kept it force on top. Nah. So if they go for the combo, they're actually enabling my hand, so I'm not that upset about that. We're definitely getting a swamp and I guess another white source. Living Wish for Night of Autumn. Well, that's gross. Wish for Rector. Flooded Strand. Right, blue, white, and one. Oh, I guess they're gonna do both at the same time. Could I have played around this? Yes, I could have. I should have spelled Secret for. Huh? Okay. Fine then. What? Guess we can spell Secret for Surgical. That is a card I'm going to bounce here. Boop. Play Vial. Okay. So if they find the Thoughtseize or something, but Jugaball doesn't do anything. 3, 5. Play the same thing, that's fine. Yeah, we played this matchup already today. You know, like the classic legacy staple. So I think we just minus here again. Oof. It's pretty poggers. White, blue. Can name Arena Rector. Everything. Maybe we should have named Cabal Therapy. Nah, I mean, Arena Rector is better. To black and white. Okay, so my opponent's hand is not very good. They can't play the Arena Rector, so they can't sack it, so I think it's correct for me to just play all my stuff. Whoops, should have probably played Airplanes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like if they play the thing again, yeah. They played Snow-Covered Plains. Okay, they have exactly one field in their deck. Force is very nice. White, white, white. Judgment. And say go. Alright, so they have Vraska, 2 Ugins, Curse of Exhaustion, Curse of Death Hold, Curse of Misfortunes, which is the one that we just destroyed, this one. 3 Arena Rectors and 3 Academy Rectors, but I think the fourth one, the fourth copy of each, is in their sideboard. 3 Once Upon a Times, 1 Overwhelming Splendor, 1 Omniscience. Okay. Yep, this is fun. Sick is interesting. Deck is definitely interesting. Full Living Wish. Living Wish is pretty poggers, I'm not gonna lie there. This hand can backfire real hard. But I think that the upside is just so massive. Especially when my opponent's game plan kind of like includes the potential helping me out with my mana thingy. Never mind, never punished. Hand was perfect all along. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Hand was always perfect. Pick your poison. Probably the recruiter is gonna go here. Maybe the Strix if they want to prevent me from digging into my deeper into my deck. Or if they have an answer to the Vial. Picking recruiter makes a lot of sense. So they're gonna get to sack their thingy next turn. Plow is a huge draw. Scrubland. So that means that their mana engine doesn't get going. That's a massive, massive top deck. Looking for a land here. Easy. Get a Tundra. Play Baby Tiff. Plus swing. So we can balance my Baleful Strix. I think I'd rather Flicker Wisp on their end step and take their white source. Gonna be the new last Legacy streamer at almost 6.5 hours. Yeah, I've been live for a while. We played some. It was a lot of fun. We played some really fun decks, but they've been kind of a grind. They have been kind of a grind. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I think, is we swing, and I'm going to Baron my own Wisp, and then I'm gonna make the same play that I did last turn, I think. Now the Baron triggers, and Wisp to take the white source again. No wonder you can top Legacy tournaments. Legacy needs a lot of endurance, and you're at 6 inside. You should ledge instead of 4-0, baby. We just. I don't understand how I just keep doing so well with this deck. This is my third league with it, and I 4-1 the first two. And now we're currently 4-0. A wife doesn't compare to Enduring Legacy. Enduring a wife can be rough. Don't worry about it. Come on, opponents, I want to go. Unless my wife is named Karen. Oh, then it's even tougher to endure, right? Karen is the ultimate test of endurance, I guess. All right, so while this goes on, we're talking about Banned Vial. What other nonsense do we have that can potentially be broken? Savannah and what's the other one? No, it's not Bayou. It's Tropical Island. Keep access Plague Engineer. It's I think that, I mean, we have a double green, we have double blue and double white. I know that we have Vial, but I mean, it seems pretty tough to keep up with. Recruiter for Ewit seems pretty poggers though. Okay, can we 5-0 with Esper Vial? Why aren't we using Astral Labor for our colors? Honestly, Astral Labor is not that crazy of a thought. Okay, let's see. Ancient Tomb. Uh-oh. Soldier Stompy. I think that's fine. Why did they do this before playing the Chalice on one? I guess they were playing around days. That makes sense. So there's a Blau on top. I'm not sure whether I want to draw it or not, because we can just def minus here, right? That's slightly annoying. It's okay. How are the leagues going? We're doing really well, Felipa. Doing pretty well here. Winota. Okay. So I guess that we do want to draw. We started off with... Death and Taxes. We went 4-1. Then we moved on to... I guess I'm gonna name Human on this. Plague Engineer. Then we moved on to some Strifopile. We got a 3-2 there. And now we're currently 4-0 with Esper Vial. So yeah, having a good time. Having a good time for sure. Oh, I should have named Goblin. I'm so stupid. They named Human here though. So we can just force the Gobo. Piccin Soul Herder. Blood Sun. Yeah, that actually matters, unfortunately, for us. So if they attack, I think I take... Oh, I don't. They have correct. I have correct. Yeah, you can tell that I'm just getting to this towards the end of the stream, and my My quality of play is diminishing a little bit over here, but that's fine. So Scrubland 1, 2, 3 plus here swing. We're just gonna start Caracasing the Winota. I forgot that this is legendary. Get out of here. Well, good thing I'd forced that Blood Sun. I wasn't considering that, but good thing that I did. Yay me. Sure. Is it coming from your stream? I think your wife is on the move. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's no evidence about that. So I want to make sure I get value from this source of blushers basically, so that's why I'm kind of chilling here. So if they get like a Rabble into play, that's fine. We're just gonna bounce the Winota. Their token is gonna attack into my engineer, and it's not gonna matter too much. Trinisphere. Yeah, that's we're way past the time where this mattered. I will bounce it again. If you want to keep taking damage to cast it, by all means. Goblin? I think I'm pretty sure we got this one. What's up, Aaron? How's it going? So let's bounce Chalice here. Poggers. 1, 2, 3. Recruiter of the Guard. I think I'm not gonna get too hasty here. I think I'm just going to pull out here and start serving with the engineer. They can replay the Chalice if they want to. We can rebounce it if we want to. Or probably what we're gonna do is we're just gonna wisp the Recruiter. I don't think there's anything that they can have here that actually matters. They could play Chalice for 3. Nope, played for 1. It's pretty rough. So now we should have it locked up. So I'm gonna go with Venser. So swing 3, down to 6. We Wisp, copy Recruiter. Oh, we go get Fencer. And we have Lethal on board. And now we have Venser plus Caracas. So that looks it up. Alright. So you have to watch out for Blood Sun for sure. That card is pretty potentially problematic. Engineer looks fantastic. Palace Jailer, it's a little bit sketch. Not too sold on that one. Act of Authority looks very good. Council Judgment also looks very good. Gilded Drake. Gilded Drake. Peacekeeper seems like a fine one-off to lock things up. Do they have a way to beat an Snare Bridge? Like, are they? I don't think they're an Snare Bridge deck. There's no way, right? Teferi was pretty solid there, but I don't think it's gonna be solid overall. So I think I'm gonna cut it. Thank you for the follow, Almeida All-Star. Let's go with this. We have to figure out, like, we just need to make sure that whatever we keep has a way to play through Blood Sun. That is probably the single most problematic card in their deck. This one cannot do that, so we're gonna have to ship it. This one can a little bit. Hopefully he kept the Chalice hand. Because Chalice doesn't do shit here. Thalia is also irrelevant. Okay, so now we just need to draw reasonably well. We're gonna be fine. We don't even need to draw that well. We just need to draw reasonable-ish. And we're gonna be okay. Esper Vial time, let's go. Yeah, well, this is not drawing reasonably okay. In case you were wondering, this is drawing bad. Gross. Absolutely gross. It's pretty funny that I play StifleNaught. I mean, it makes sense, right? They have to take the castles. I guess that they can't. They probably take the Baron. Because I can't cast the Council's Judgment. Okay. My opponent getting a hit on board is... Sword Splashes will be great. Oof, that's also pretty great as well. Okay, so we're going with that one, I guess. So Underground Sea... and Tundra. That was a really good top deck. If they want to trade, if they offer the trade, I take it. Wow. Okay. Do they have a 5-drop? Or did they just play that just because? Magus. Was not expecting that one. I could have fetched for basics very easily. But I wasn't expecting their Eldrazi deck to also be playing. Magus. Alright, they got me. They got me. Could have played around this very easily. Alright, we're gonna be playing around Magus on game 3. So limited something I'm interested in. I think so. Yeah, let's go with something like this. More planes than you can flicker as you get your fetches going again. Yeah, I mean, I kind of got myself there, unfortunately. I guess it happens. Chromox. Rabble. See, I'm gonna get it planes here. We're gonna need some fine black sources, but good. Good. So we shuffle this away. I'm gonna draw this. Do we want to shuffle away the Peacekeeper? I feel like we do. Get a black source here. We're gonna get our Vial going. 3-mana Vial. Working hard over here. Legion Warboss. Engineer does a good work covering this one. Goblin. Let's go. Next turn, Adventure is going to bounce the Chromox. Is Engineer a good card? Yeah, who knows? Impossible to tell. So they need to have a land and something very impactful here. Okay. So they only get one trigger. So let's see what they find. Thalia. Not too worrisome. Not too worrisome for now. Recruiter. I think I'm going to pass the turn here, holding up Venser. Okay, if this was their attack, then I think I'm pretty happy to just Venser the Chrome Mox and take the 2 damage. Take 2. So the hand is Chrome Mox plus 2 unknowns. And now we can Recruiter and get... Oh, we don't have Palace Jailer, my bad. Right? No, Palace Jailer's in there. Whoops. All right, so... Just get second engineer. It's making like so I can't afford to play to that format. Well, sorry, Stabs. My bad. My bad. Recruiter for Soul Herder. We start taking over here. Very nicely. Opponents locked out by their own Trinisphere. Good times. Good times. Good times. So Blink Venser, bounce Winota. This deck is so great. This deck is so awesome. This deck is amazing. Every time I play it, it's such a good time. Every time I play it, it's such a good time. What do you got, opponent? They're gonna cast Winota again? Really? We're gonna bounce it again, opponent. Next turn they can't even attack with with the Thalia. Force. Okay. Just pass the turn. Blink Venser. Yes. Dude grows. Venser bounces Winota. I think I want to keep bouncing this even. I don't want to force it. I just don't mind continuing bouncing. Like my opponent is always in the same spot and we are progressively further and further ahead. So I think this is a perfectly fine place to be at. Okay. So this file is gonna say always no. I will replay this turn as long as my opponent wants to. Every turn my dude grows, every turn I draw more cards. You can't kill Winota with this. I think now I'm gonna force it so we can start attacking. Yeah, my opponent finally realized that they're not going anywhere. They were locked out by their own thing. All right. First Legacy 5-0 of the season. First Legacy 5-0 of the season is pretty sweet. Deck was kind of awesome. Deck was kind of awesome. Wait, this doesn't work, right? No, it doesn't work. I don't know why you even try. There we go. This is probably the toughest thing to do in Magic Online. Just get a solid deck pick. It's rough. Once you have mastered the art of deck picks, then you're gonna be a good Magic Online player. All right, nice games. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This format is really cool. There were many points in time where Legacy was even a more enjoyable format to me than Modern. There have been very few moments in the history of Legacy when I was like, I legit don't like this format, and those were when Ren and 6 took over before the banning, and that's kind of it. But yeah, this deck is super fun. Super fun. Those kind of picks go in the term of advice. Yeah, this is explicit content right here. This right here is certainly explicit content, that's for sure. Now, this deck is a lot of fun. I strongly recommend it to anybody that wants to. So what this deck has is like, it has a really low. What am I trying to say here? It has a very high ceiling, but it also has a very low floor. So, I mean, you see how long I spent on literally every decision that I had to make, and I had to go back to my list and see, okay, what are my outs? I can go get this, I can go get this. If I sequence this first, then this works out, and it has all of the pieces that I really, really enjoy, again, about a good deck, which is like the same thing that Amulet has, where you need to always be thinking multiple turns in advance, and that is a kind of Magic that is really enjoyable for me to play. And but my brain just works in that fashion very, very naturally. So this deck really fits my playstyle super well, and clearly it's pretty good. This is my third league with the deck, and I'm currently 13-2. So this deck is a lot better than it looks on paper. I was impressed by it the first time I played it, and I am of course even more impressed after literally 5-0 in the league. This card was not amazing. This card was actually reasonable. I will continue testing it. I'm not sure whether it's worth it, but being able to kill Oko and being able to kill... what's the other thing that I killed? Well, we killed Rabble Master here in this one, even through a Chalice. We were going to kill Thalia there, even if my opponent had a Chalice in play. So it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's not insane, but it's an okay card. So yeah, this is probably currently my favorite deck in Legacy right now. Probably not more favorite than Maverick, but I think this deck is better than Maverick. So if I wanted to win, which I enjoy doing, then this deck is a lot of fun. How is it against combo? It actually is pretty solid because we had access to like multiple copies of Meddling Mages. Venser is pretty solid against some combo decks. Peacekeeper can be interesting, namely elves. And then post sideboard, of course, you have access to more disruption in the form of Force of Negation, to Fairy, Surgical Extraction. So yeah, it has play. It has play against combo. We definitely have beaten combo decks in the past. How many times do you get to do the voice noise? That's true. That is actually true. The vote noise value is pretty low, so that is for sure. But yeah, it definitely felt good. Definitely felt good. I was rewarded for tight play, and I was punished for sloppy play, which is another thing that I enjoy. I enjoy when your decisions matter a lot, and this deck makes it so your decisions really, really matter. So, like, it's not like Tron. Tron is just a stupid deck to me. I find no enjoyment whatsoever in it, because, like, you can make the difference between the best Tron player in the world and a medium Tron player it's not too much, right? Like, a bad Tron player can still win a lot. Same thing with Boggles. But this deck, if you are not slow and deliberate, and you think you're through your lines and you plan multiple turns ahead, you're just not going to win. It's just not going to happen. So it's very cool. It's very cool. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you watched, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.